Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Sam Howell, big win on the road versus Denver. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you enjoy how I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the video description. Hop over there, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, Sam Howell, the Commanders rolling. My guy, the Tominator, loving life right here, 3rd and long. We're going to go tight scissors. The number 3 post shift coming out on a little post from the 2, sailed by the number 3. EB is in his bag. Sam Howell is dealing, almost going for 300. Big win on the road. Just a really nice job, man. Sam Howell can spin it, y'all. He's showing the fact that he's had that deep ball. Looks just like he's back for the Tar Heels, driving that thing down the field, running it a little bit. I really like this design. No, I'm not sure about necessarily the defense that we got going on here, but this idea being that we're going to shift and then we're going to run what I'm used to calling tight scissors. So tight scissors to me means that the number 2 is going post and then the sail is coming out from the inside. And then you get the flat kind of pull from the outside out here on whatever it is. And so it just causes all sorts of issues when you get middle field closed. They're going to run with some guys, not run with others. There's looks like there's a miscommunication. Pass protection holds up and we can drive that thing down the field. So again, just look at all that space. I mean, they can't be trying to bracket the number 3 there with a guy who's playing the middle of the field. I think this is just a busted assignment. We lose our mind. Sam Howell sees it, makes the throw, takes a big shot as well. He's a tough dude. He stands in there and gets a couple big hits. I just love the fact that he's able to buy enough time, wait for these things to develop. You know, there really are some Kansas City vibes as far as what they're asking the perimeter to do here, and these routes take a while to develop. You got to stare down the barrel, big old 99 coming to eat you, and you just hang in there, no panic, no bail, tight window, tight pocket, right on him. Nice design. Let's go. Next one here, 2nd and 10. We're going to work the number 2 down here to the bottom on what I'm going to call a post. It could be rapish, but this is a great job attacking the middle of the field. Beautiful anticipation. You know, the spacing is a little funky just because we've got a guy coming from the other side that's kind of in our area. But man, Sam Howell looking off, driving that thing. Again, I love seeing balls between the hashes, attack the middle of the field. You can see the coverage here. This is pretty simple to see, middle field open. And then coverage-wise here, when we go to attack it, so understanding the shell, split field coverage, middle of the field is open, right? How can we get there? Well, we're going to run what I'm going to call this little like post or wrap in here. And then you usually have something underneath to kind of pull whoever that underneath defender is. So they can't be right. They're going to match this. We're going to put it right on him. Once he matches to it, you've got this lane. If you can throw it with anticipation, you can put it on him. Just a great job of Sam Howell operating, attacking the middle of the field. Watch this thing kind of sort itself out. Safety split, attack the middle of the field. I mean, everybody's attacking the middle of the field. You really got both sides there. Nice job. Put it on him. Got some life in the arm as well. I think that feels like he's throwing fastballs a little bit better than I remember. Look at the look off. Like he's intentionally holding that thing left. Boom. Can't even get through the throw. He's got someone kind of like right in his lap. Again, getting hit. I mean, he can't finish through, right? He takes one right in the chin right there. You can see his helmet pop back. Boop. Those do not feel good. Great job though, man. Next one here, 3rd and 14. This is a tough one because I really like this scheme. This is cool, man. This is dialing it up. This feels, again, Chiefs-ish as far as deep drop, double moves down the field, taking shots. I think if he had to do this over again, he'd probably throw the check down. But I think the design of it is really cool. It's almost there. Again, I could be really picky and talk about the heel click all the time. I feel like when Sam Howell gets to the top of his drop. First, let's talk just design before we talk kind of quarterback technique fundamentals from the lower half. This looks like we're trying to get a double move out here. So like old school down, out, and go. paired with what I'm going to call a sail where the ball's trying to go. And then it looks like we're in a check down. So again, kind of that 3-layer same thing, just how they get there is a little bit different. Now, defense-wise here, to me, I'm used to calling this buzz or backer. So they're going to get to middle field closed. We're going to rotate down here with the safety. So really, it's just 4 under, 3 deep. So that 4 under, 3 deep, and we've got this essentially layered concept where we're taking a shot down here. We've got the sail coming out, and we've got the check down over here. 3 layers to one side. That's great. The problem here is that anytime these second-level defenders can get enough depth to take away that intermediate, I think it's this guy right here who hits the ball, you just got to get the ball to the check down. It can be third and forever. If they can put their hand on it, it's probably too tight. Just check it down, kick a field goal, live to fight another day. But you can still appreciate the design. Look at the design up top with that double move by the number 1. Whew, that's nice. And then maybe Sam Howell puts it a little flat. If you put it a little bit more up the field, maybe you can certainly see the space in there if he puts that on the 5 versus, throwing it like at the 10. So what I'm saying here is, again, and I don't know what their landmarks are, but I would guess that they have very specific landmarks. So this guy coming out, is he coming out to the front pylon? Is he coming out flat here? Because this ball looks like it brings him flat. So if he threw it probably exactly where he wanted, like right here, because I think both these players right here are going to be out of here. So you can put that thing a little bit more up the field. But again, hindsight, 2020, thanks Captain Obvious, clicker, marker, got it. Regardless, I really like the aggressiveness. I like the design, kind of the construction, the architecture of a lot of these drop back plays. Also, check out his drop. He drops at a kind of a dovetail, hits that back foot. Now, if he could just not do that, I feel like if he could keep that base, he might be able to throw this a tick quicker and not allow that guy to make that play. So again, just the time it takes to go from click, click to that. Just stay here in that base, tight hitch, reset, throw. And again, that's just me talking. Maybe they teach him differently. Next one here, another third down, 3rd and 8. This time it looks like he gets hung up top way too long. We got to come off that first read, get back to the backside in or crossers. I think they're there. We take a sack. Play it out here from behind. You can really see kind of his eyes with the stripe. So we've got like a deep corner or flag to our right. He's looking right. Hitch, you got to be off of it. So you give it a hitch, maybe 2 hitches if you got to, if you really love it, and then get it to the check down if you give it 2 hitches. But for my money here, he's just way too long on something that's probably never going to be there. So what I'm going to call this deep flag, it's never there for my money. We've got a corner getting depth. We've got a safety getting depth. I think what is there is probably this either backside in or crosser. And then if you can get to number 3, be all the way to the backside in. I think if he comes to either one of these quicker, so 2, 3, if this is 1, so give that a big hitch, but then get to 2, 3. Just keep continuing to work through these progressions. I think he does most of the day. Right here, he just doesn't. It's a critical 3rd down sack. So again, could he get it to the number 1 down here to the bottom who's running the crosser? I think he could. I think it's open. We've seen him work the middle of the field. The check down is there too. The check down probably gets a first down too. He just looks like he essentially predetermines, hey, I'm going to chuck this thing up and I'm going to hang on this thing to the right. Hitch, down. Get it down. You got to get through your read or get it to the check down. Oh, that's a shame. Bummer, sack. Next one here. This really should be an interception. This is a batted ball to the flat to the bottom. To me, this is just stick lion or stick double slant up top. Lots of different ways to read this. I think he makes the right read. I think the left tackle just lets us down here technique-wise. I'm a big believer in quick game. The offensive line's responsibility is to keep hands down. Can't be on the quarterback in quick game because you're just catching it, one stepping and go. So design here for me, this is the must outside release go. You got to really love it, and you better hit it if you throw it, because we're calling this with the intent of stick here, little 5-yard out with a flat. That's stick. Up top, we're going to go what I'm going to call double slant or lion in the West Coast world. Okay, oftentimes you just read the middle of the 3 linebacker types. Okay, 1, that's probably a nickel. Middle, strong side backer. Well, he's way over there, so you're going to work the stick. And for my money here, whatever technique we're doing at left tackle is not going to get it done in quick game. So you almost got to jump set this or short set this, and then you got to strike this cat in the ribs, and you got to keep his hands down. If he puts his hands up, you make him pay. And that's, that's not me being a jerk about it. That's just what you need to do to make sure his hands don't go up. You can't have any sort of space. So when he like jabs him, it creates space with the edge, and then the edge puts its hands up. So watch the left tackle. Space, that you can't have that kind of space. You got to be engaged the whole time to make sure the hands are down. So if he's going to step back, you got to jump on him right there. And if he puts his hands up like that, you got to dip him into the grass. You got to literally put both your hands right under his armpits and dump him. That's way too easy. And it kills the play. And it's certainly not on Sam Howell. And it really very easily could have been an interception. You know what I'm going to say, right? If he could catch, he'd be playing offense. That's actually a really nice play by, is that the tight end? Plays some defense. I can also tell you that this is maybe revealing too much, but bad things happen when the tip ball goes up like that, because once the ball is touched like that, there's no more pass interference. So you cannot let someone catch the ball like that. You can do whatever you need to do to make sure that someone cannot catch the ball once the ball is tipped. Bad things happen out there. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me personally, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, great way to support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. These courses are by far the most premium, in-depth content available through the channel. If you like how I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School courses, really in-depth, detailed, nuanced takes on all of my favorite football subjects, RPOs, tempos, pass protections. The best-selling course is how to beat every single coverage, and we even have an entire offensive system over there. Hop over there, enroll. I appreciate it. Finally, we've got a bunch of free resources available, and make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 1st and 20. I thought maybe he would hit the number 2 down here to the bottom on the seam, but he comes back and works the backside in. Also very nice. As always, for me, I'm going to say I love throwing a backside in right down the hash. Thing of beauty. Super decisive from Sam Howell. I mean, look at his helmet stripe. You can see him hold that thing to the left, whether he's holding off or going through a read. Boom. Dovetail. Quick snap back. Right down the hash. Boom. On the body on the break. It's just a thing of beauty. This is something NFL quarterbacks have to be able to do. Get to that backside in, front side blurry, backside in. Yes. Let's go. So from the wide here, you can see what I'm going to call, some iteration of what looks like quarter, half, or Pomsy. You could make the argument, if you were just like super gunslinger, that you could go work this thing inside out to the bottom. So what I'm used to calling, we'll call half field safety, rolled up, corner. We're going to go best release go, and we're going to go seam right here. Some coaches would say, hey, let's work the 1 to 2. We're trying to get, this is as good as time as any, as we're going to get a 1 here, a 2 out here to the whole shot, work, put a thread on that cat. If you don't like it though, that is outstanding. So again, don't force it here, but you can see here, just play it out. How would you play this out to the bottom, inside out? If the number 2 wasn't running in molasses and actually had some gas, I think it's there. Looks a little slow. But the backside in is nice. It's a lot of space, man. What happened to the hook defender up there? They look like they're all out of sorts, spacing-wise, defensively. Nice job from Howell. Again, just looking left. No. Super decisive. Yes. Right down the hash. Let's go. This next one is a tough one for me. I think it's a touchdown to the number 2 up top. It's hard money for me down here to take this kind of shot and expose your guy like this. It certainly looks like it's a penalty as well. But it looks like they're almost playing middle field closed. And I think the ball's probably a little high for him to be able to protect his guy. But this is just a funky coverage down here. You don't see a lot of post safety. Normally because they don't take away anything. This time, if that middle field player is going to hang right here and we're running multiple in-breaking routes, you're just going to have, I understand why you'd want to, because you're probably going to have outside leverage here. But man, you got to really be able to get it up and down before somebody gets hurt. because it sure looks like we're just running like little whips or returns with the number one. I think we're in the flat with the back. And I get it. It's there. You know, at the end of the day, both these routes for me are going to be there because we've got outside leverage, but they're running to a middle safety. You just got to get it in a place that protects your guys more than anything else. So, I mean, you be the judge. Yeah. You know, there's going to be tight contested windows down there, but man, you don't like seeing guys get exposed like this. And there's no real way to throw it earlier because 47, it looks like John Lynch is like right in the lane. And you got to put it kind of high or else you're not going to get over 47. I don't really know what the easy answer is other than the fact that you can't get hit. You can't hit a guy this exposed like this anymore. But man, that's dangerous. See what I mean? Like 47's right there. You know, maybe you put it right over him a little earlier, but I don't know. I don't think there's a great answer because they've got two players. They've got that middle field post and that kind of thief rat. Damn. Big shot. Next one here. Beautiful throw up top. 3rd and 3, right before the end of the first half. We're going to rip a double move, kind of hole shot deep down the field. This is a straight up laser, y'all. This is as impressive of a throw as you'll see. Sam Howell ripping this thing. Again, you get it's kind of a unique down and distance because of kind of where they are in the clock and the situation. But look how deep that half field safety is. So if we're going to get what I'm going to call a half field safety, so he's way back out of here, right? Because it's almost the end of the first half. We're going to run at this corner and do like a double move. They think we're going to run and go out of bounds. Well, we turn it up. And so we've got this big hole shot where, you know, you got to have the club to be able to drive it in there. I think with it, they kind of run everybody else coming this way. So a nice little right to left, but this is a massive, massive throw. Super impressive. Again, really like the design, getting unique and creative in the passing game on the perimeter. Double move, rip. Whoom. I mean, that is as deep of a hole shot as you'll ever see, and that's a big-time throw. And this is what I'm talking about when I say like down the field driver, deep ball, whoom. You can't even get through that thing. That's a dot. Wow. Another massive throw right here on a touchdown pass to the post to the bottom. They're going to catch what I'm going to call an iteration of quarters, almost like quarters poach. The perfect call, post over the top. This is just a massive throw. From behind here, you can really see this thing kind of 3, hitch, buy enough time, and then rip it. I mean, look at this throw. I mean, it's not perfect, right? He's got to buy time, move to the left, whoop. And then up and over the safety from the other side. I mean, that is a dot right on his face. Oh, my goodness. From the back here, what I'm talking about, quarters poach. So I'm talking about, we can see kind of, we'll just, who knows if it's quarters, quarter, half, whatever. You know, for you diehards out there, shell. But really, it's the technique right here. So it looks like he is hunting up the number 3 to the front side. So yes, he's standing here, and it looks like quarters, but at the snap, he's really hunting up over here. So if we're going to run a post, it's really one-on-one post versus 0. And in fact, it's such a post that normally posts don't cross the near hash. This one goes all the way to the other side, and really the only guy who ends up being a potential defender on it is the strong side safety. So, I mean, it's a bit of a unique way that they get down. It's really based off that safety down here to the bottom. Just watch that safety at the snap. Watch him hunt up the front side. And he's got no idea what's going on down here to the bottom. That's just saying, hey, post one-on-one, go get him, stride out. That's a hell of a route, an even better throw, and a massive play. So good. From the back, I just love the fact that, you know, he buys enough time. There's no panic. He doesn't bail. He's got color right on his face on the right edge. You know, the center right guard can't pass off a stunt. They do a good enough job. Move around. Dot. Awesome. Next one, 3rd and 3. This is a tough one. Right tackle, you know, getting blown by. Arm getting hit here. Looks like a fumble. You know, mesh gone wrong over the ball. Lots of bad here. Watch this mesh gone wrong over the ball. Holy moly. Friendly fire, anybody? Think. Okay, right tackle, not getting enough width. So he gets depth, turn. Boom. That's a bad feeling, man. It's a real bad feeling. It looks like he's working the crosser. And so, you know, I don't know what's going to really be there. Potentially the crosser. I think it's the number 3, actually. So it looks like they end up running what I'm going to call mesh gone wrong. So the number ones are running meshes, and we have this collision here, clown show. And then it looks like the number 3 here is the one who's running what I'm going to call as a crosser. And then the number 2 is running an in. You know, and there's not really time enough to get to the end. There's obviously not enough time to get to the crosser too. You know, it potentially would be there versus middle field closed. Again, I like a lot of the design that we've seen, I'm not going to lie, from the passing game. You know, obviously not good when wide receivers run into each other like that. And certainly not good enough at right tackle here. But hard for me to put this at all on Sam Howell. I mean, you got to be able to take a drop and throw it, right? I mean, if anything, maybe you say you feel that and kind of get up a little bit, but I'm not sure how you could. Hitch, 1, 2. I mean, he's only doing 2 hitches. You got to be able to take 3 and get 2 hitches off. Just can't quite hold up. Fortunate right there that it's not a total disaster. My goodness. Last one here. This is a flow screen. It's a really nice call. I love this call, flow screen, with what is a really staple play in the West Coast world with the kind of drive zebra out. But I put this on here just because my guy Tominator is going to hate this. It's a clown show out there for the offensive line. Running into each other. I'll talk about the design of this play. I love a good flow screen. Pop out. Now watch my big guys. Don't do it, fellas. No. Oh. Damn, look at each other. Like, really? You ran into me? Really, bro? So what is the design? I'm pretty sure I have a whole video on this play, which to me is, this is the zebra out part of it. This is the drive part of it. So drive and a basic. So you can notice that everything is running from their right to left, right? So everything is running from this side to this side. The read normally on this play is 1, 2, 3. I love what I'm used to calling a flow screen. Flow screen to me is just a backfield screen where it's not the traditional backfield screen where you leak to that side. It's where you flow to the other side. So you do your blocking and then you get out to that side. So when it's combined with routes that are running away like this, you've got an opportunity for punt return right. Now this ends up being just basically throwing a really nice check down because the offensive linemen fall, but it should be an even better play. And, you know, I occasionally give running backs a hard time or running back coaches a hard time. I think running back coaches that become coordinators, one thing they do really well is dial up screens. And right here, this is as good as it gets. Dialed up, can't block them for you. Don't do it, 76. Where are you going, 76? What are you doing? Don't friendly fire my guy. Oh, my guys are looking like circus bears out there. Jesus, come on. Give us a chance on the check down. So that is a wrap. Sam Howell, the Washington Commanders. Pretty sweet. Nice win. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I think Sam Howell flourishing, driving the ball down the field. I don't want to get too far out in front of myself, but I do want to say that I really like what they're doing in the drop back game. They've got a bunch of double moves. They've got all sorts of unique, creative ways to get the guys, the ball down the field and not static formations, unique, different ways to have guys pop down the field. You couple that with Sam Howell's ability to stand back there in a tight, condensed pocket like phone boothish and drive it accurately down the field. Pretty exciting, pretty fun to watch so far. We'll see what it looks like moving forward. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.